Bioprotocol is definitely an interesting project. Shout out to Chance and the EPIQ Trading Floor for bringing this to my attention. So I want to give you a non-biased overview because I'm not paid by the bio team in any way. I'm not invested in bio, and none of this is financial advice. It's all for trading and educational purposes only. There are a lot of really cool things about this project, but there are a couple things that are a little sus. So before we get into all of that, if you haven't gone and checked out the EPIQ Trading Floor yet, go and do that. There are limited spots available. And if you grab a 3-day trial, it will give you access to everything for 72 hours for free. If you want to use some of our free resources, that includes our blog, crypto, forex, and stocks dashboards, and the free education section, which you can find under videos. So without further ado, roll the intro and let's get this video started. Now this project, Bioprotocol, is brand spanking new. It was released on CoinGecko on January 3rd, so 2 days old, sitting at 70 cents, number 119 on CoinGecko, at a $1.14 billion market cap. You have a circulating supply of 1.6 billion, total supply of 3.2 billion. So you have about 50% of the circulating supply in. So that does have a big potential for dilution, especially because it's a new project. Now, something else that's sus about this, and this is why you have to go through the tokenomics, or what they refer to as bionomics. Although on here, it's going to show you finite and deflationary. It's going to show you that they have a max and total supply. You always got to look under the drape. You got to look under the sheets. Because if you actually go look at their bionomics, you will see that the max supply is uncapped to be voted by the bio governance. Then it says new bio can be minted for future protocol or network growth. This requires deploying a new token contract to replace the current bio token. AKA, they're going to have to go from a version 1 or version 2. And anyone that was involved in Gala or a couple other projects that have transitioned from one contract to another, sometimes it can be a really big pain. I would honestly say this is a little misleading in a way too, because they're saying that it's deflationary, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to the governance, and they're already going in anticipating that there is an uncapped supply. So it's not like they worded this saying that there is a cap supply, but if they need to switch it in order to for future network growth, that they would do that. They're basically saying like, oh, we already know basically that it's already uncapped. We're just going to say that it's deflationary and finite at the moment to kind of get people fired up. So it's a little sus. That's just something I wanted to know right off the bat. But beyond that, I really do like the decentralized science space in general. Like all these projects are relatively new. So if you're going on the CoinGecko list, you can see that most of them don't even have over a $500 million market cap. So there's a lot of projects in this ecosystem, but I want to go over the biggest one, or Bioprotocol, and this is the one that was brought up to me. So we'll go with this one first. Now, if you don't know what decentralized science is, it's going to be a way that you and I or any general person can get into investing and giving grants and basically funding research around the world, maybe even in some places in ecosystems that might not necessarily receive grants because of what they're trying to do. And it's also going to make it decentralized, and it's going to add everything to the blockchain for security, so no one can go in and change any of the information. They can't go in and change the results, none of that stuff. So once it's actually integrated, and like the website says, it lets anyone fund, develop, and govern tokenized scientific IP from universities, companies, and researchers worldwide. And if you see this word DAO popping up everywhere, that's going to be a decentralized autonomous organization. Basically what that means is that there's no center person that runs it. It's basically decentralized, and when anything is going on within the ecosystem, it is voted on within the DAO through governance, which means that the people that are owning the assets or the tokens are going to have the voting power. And the more tokens that you own, the more voting power that you have. So that's how people are able to gain power in these DAOs, because then they can be a big time investor in one of these projects or one of these research projects. And then depending on how much money they actually put into it is going to be how hands-on they would be in that project specifically, if they wanted to be hands-on. They already have a few of these DAOs built: Vita DAO, Athena DAO, Psi DAO, Valley DAO, and you can see what they're doing. So early stage longevity research, women's health, so psychedelic science and art, synthetic biology, solving hair loss, crypto preservation, advancing brain health and preventing neurodegeneration, 1 trillion in rare diseases, COVID cures, quantum microscope advanced bio research. Really cool shit, honestly. Like a lot of stuff that I have never really even heard about. So the opportunity to get in and even find about new research and new advancements around the world is definitely something that I find intriguing. And from a charting perspective, this is a very, very new chart. So keep that in mind. If this wants to break out of what would this potentially be a bear flag continuation pattern because you had a major sell-off, this could be a bear flag, which would continue to the downside if you fail to break out of this resistance. Now, if you break to the top side, that's cool. You can have an easy play top, and it'll be moving pretty quick, especially through this fair value gap all the way up to about 83 cents. But If you fail on the floor and you break that bottom right about 66 cents and this continues to go down, there's no floor. So this could continue to absolutely just sell off if it really wanted to. This is brand new. It just got listed. So there's a lot of volatility. So these are just some things to keep in mind. Like I said, this chart is so new. There's not really too much to go over from the There's really not too much to go over from both tokenomics and potential. Even looking at it from a market cap perspective, yeah, it's great that it's at a 1 billion market cap. That's relatively low, but it's significantly higher than everything else in the DeSci space. So there's not really much to compare it to in order to give it a relative growth based on market cap. But could this get to about a $4 or $5 billion market cap? Yeah, if it really wanted to, definitely. So it's going to be really interesting to see what other projects are going on in the DeSci space. So I'm going to be jumping into a few of these after I do research on them and see if they're video worthy. But all in all, I'm definitely bullish on bio. Obviously, there's a couple things that I'm iffy about, and if someone on the team watches it and wants to clear it up or whatever it may be, that'd be cool. Like I said, this is non-biased. I wasn't paid or anything by the team. And who knows, maybe they'll give me a good enough answer that I might want to invest in it later on. Who knows? But if you learned anything, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments and tag a friend if there's anything. Tag a friend that you think could find this useful. If you haven't checked out the EPIQ Trading Floor, definitely go do that. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're tuning in the world. And I'll see you on the next video.